Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video I present Budget Murloc Shaman. If you want to play Shaman on a budget, Murlocs are an excellent option because Shaman has some powerful Murlocs available, especially the Underbelly Angler. After you play a Murloc, add a random Murloc to your hand. And that means that even though you don't have all the Murlocs in the game, Underbelly Angler can just randomly give you access to all the Murlocs in the game. Such an incredibly powerful card. Much of this deck really relies on the Angler. If you know that the Angler is not going to get killed in the early game, you can just slam that Angler down as quickly as you can, maybe even coin it out. And then just start playing Murlocs and you keep getting more random Murlocs. And if your Angler would be at risk, then you try to hold on to it for a little while, get a little bit more mana, then play Angler and a Murloc and start playing more Murlocs. Often also if you're in a difficult position, you want to hold one Murloc in your hand in case you top deck an Angler, and then you can get the Murloc chain rolling. It is truly the defining card of the archetype. Other than that, you're just relying on Murlocs, you're relying on Murloc buffs. You go wide on the board, you can buff the Murlocs with attack with Grimscale Oracle, you can buff their health with Coldlight Seer, and you can give them Death Rattle with Soul of the Murloc. And if you're ever in a position where you have that wide board, Bloodlust is always nearby. And with Bloodlust there's a couple of things that you can do if you have more than 5 mana, because you can play Bluegill Warrior and then Bloodlust, and then that Bluegill Warrior adds another 5 damage to your charge. Or if you have some taunts on the way and you happen to have a Hogsteed or a Flesh Shaper available, then you can also play those from hand and then Bloodlust, and the Rush minions can clear the way for the minions on your board to push face damage. I have really enjoyed the Rush minions, especially in this budget version. Hengeclan Hogsteed, Mogu Flesh Shaper are cards that don't see a lot of play in the full cost version, where you have also Murloc Warleaders available. But now that I don't have that much reliable damage, then having access to these Rush minions has been able to preserve more of my board and keep pushing damage. So a tiny strategy change between the full cost version and the budget version. Not much, but a little bit, and that was really the key for me to make this deck work. Note that you also have some hard removal when you're playing with Murlocs, because Toxfin can give a friendly Murloc poisonous. So stuff like Mermy is really useful, because when Mermy dies, you get a Murloc out of that, and then you can make that poison. So if there's like a almost full board clear, something survives, you have a chance to make that poisonous. You can also use a poisonous Bluegill Warrior to clear out something. Unfortunately, Hengeclan Hogsteed is a beast. The minion that comes out of it is a Murloc, but the main body is a beast. So the beast version cannot be given poisons with Toxfin. It's a superficially simple deck, but there are still quite a lot of choices to be made. Especially regarding when do you play your Angler, how do you fill your boards, when do you use Soul of the Murloc, how do you make your boards so that they're as difficult as possible to remove, when do you play Coldlight Seer, when do you get that extra health, when is it important in which matchup. There are lots of choices that you can make to make your board difficult to remove, and that should really be your goal. Stick on the board, stay on the board. Don't let the opponent drive you out of it, because as long as you stay on the board you have a chance to win the game. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're always keeping the Underbelly Angler. It's such an incredible card. And also your 1-drops, the Tidecaller and Mermy. And Sludge Slurper. Beyond those it starts to depend a little. Fishflinger is often a pretty decent keep. Tidehunter can follow up nicely after a Tidecaller. Sometimes you even have room to keep like Oracle or Coldlight Seer if you see that okay, I already have early game, and then Coldlight Seer can come in and give them more health. And if you're in some kind of a very fast matchup, then Hengeclan Hogsteed is a good keep, because it allows you to remove something early on with Rush. But you don't want that in slower matchups, because then the Rush is not useful and you can get more pressuring Murlocs on the board. If you enjoy this content, then please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. And now, let's go take a look at Budget Murloc Shaman in action. Do I keep Toxfin against the Hunt? Probably not. Let's keep the Slurper still. I would prefer the Tidecaller. Now I get the Tidecaller. Alright. Let's roll this Hunter down. Tidecaller! I choose you! Brrr. Okay, it's not quite a Pikachu, I suppose. Tidecaller 2, I choose you. What if he has Explosive Trap? He kept the card. I still choose this. And the Slurper. And hit some face. If there's an Explosive Trap, that is very, very unfortunate. Now we get to see. There's one card that was kept. This could have been a trap.
I know what you did.
This could have all been a trap. Is it all a trap? I do not know. Well, now I have the Soul of the Murloc. It could also be a pressure plate. Hi, Baber. Playing around secrets. Thing that you just need to keep doing. I mean, every secret has its upsides. Do I choose to trade? What if it's Snake Trap? Do I choose to go face? What if it's explosives? I choose to play Soul of the Murloc. Let's see if it's pressure plate. It is not pressure plate. I choose to trade. Let's see if it's snakes. It is snakes. Well, that was a little bit awkward. But it's still worth hitting him in the face with these, I believe. They do have a death rattle anyway. Those snakes can now trade rather nicely though. Get rid of my Tidecaller. Should have just pushed face, but if I push face and it's explosives, then I lose everything. Yeah, hunters and their secrets, it's just so much to try to play around. So incredibly much. Well, now he can face tank the tree, so then he can trade away a little better. Alright. So far so good. It's Fish Flinger time. Let's see what random Murloc I can get. Ooh, Tasting can be a nice Murloc. Not right now, but in a little while. So then my options are between playing Mermy here or just using my hero power. I believe I'm mana efficient and use my hero power now. Let's try this. The next major threats, well, there's always the threat of explosive trap. Then there's... Oh no! I gave him a Sludge Slurper! No! Giving Sludge Slurpers is bad, okay? More secrets. Well, it cannot be a snake trap. Could be freezing, of course. I think I'll freeze this one back if it's freezing. It is not freezing. And this one trades there. This one goes face if it's explosives. It is not explosives. Then Kobold Lackey kills the Secret Keeper. Turned out to be just a snipe. And then I can develop a Tasty Fin. Alright. Got rid of the board. He has a Lackey in hand now. He has a chance to clean up. I have a Bloodlust. I have like Bloodlust Bluegill Warrior that I could do on 7. Okay, face tanks another tree. That's good. Another secret. And another secret. So it could be freezing trap. It could be explosives. Freezing this back is a pretty major victory for him. And if he plays freezing before explosives, that means the minion is first frozen, then the explosives will trigger. I could play Bluegill, try to get that one frozen. And then this one dies to the explosives. I think that's worth trying. Oh, it was actually neither. Fine. Then, so pressure plate, rat traps. It has to be pressure plate, rat trap, because I've seen all the other well, All the other secrets down haven't been tested yet. So I know there's a rat trap. So I play one Murloc card and I play my hero power. He's down to 7. I had an idea to improve the deck, so I gave it a try. 100% Warleaders at win rate. Hard to say. 3, maybe. That's a top deck secret, so that could now be an explosive trap. I mean, it probably has to be explosive trap, right? Well, it doesn't exactly have to be, but it probably is. But I have nothing here. I think I'm going to attack into it anyway. Yeah, it was a top deck explosive trap, just when he needed it. No, mutate is not good in this archetype. So there is still the matter of the rat. I think I'll still open with the angler, right? And the Tide Hunter. I'll just do hero power here. I could have tried to get more on this board, but I think this might do. We'll see. So it's Pressure Plate, Rat Trap, and he has a randomly generated secret from the Hunter's pack. For Tide Hunter Mogu. Yeah, but it takes space from the deck, and I need minions in the deck. There are very few places where you can actually use it, and you lose space from the deck. It just isn't very good. I know there is a Pressure Plate. So a minion will die when I cast a spell. I could get a couple of minions on the board, then I would have 50% chance to have lethal with Bloodlust, if neither of these die. If one of them does die, isn't he still in a pretty weak spot? I'm also proccing Rat Trap though. So Fish Flinger first is safer. Actually, Warleader is not lethal. Do I take a 50-50 now? 50% for lethal. Or do I have a better way? I don't think I have a better way. I think we're going for it. I lost the 50-50 roll. I lost the 50-50 roll. He hit the Wrath of Air Totem. So he lives at 1 health. Okay. He might be able to clean all of this up. I have 1 Bluegill Warrior left in the deck. But I just felt like if I don't take the 50-50 here, I have less than 50% to win against Hunter, who has his handful of cards. So I felt that 50% was as good of a chance as I have from this position on to win the game. Because I was quite likely to proc the Rat Trap anyway if I tried to get a board that would actually stick. Any other board and he just cleans it up really easily. So he has 2 more mana to kill 1 more minion. Can he do it? A random secret. Okay. So I want to play around this random secret as best as I can. Which means Henchclan Hogstead will try to see if it's Freezing Trap, and if it's not, then the Coldlight Seers will prevent an explosive trap from triggering. And I should be fine at that point, I believe. So let's check if it's freezing. It is not freezing. Then let's give my Murloc some additional health. And try to hit him in the face now. It was misdirection. Okay, so because it was misdirection I did not get the kill yet. But my Mogu is able to kill the rat. Alright. He lives again with 1 health, thanks to his randomly generated secret. But there is a board of 4 minions here. Misdirection was, funnily enough, the only secret I couldn't play around. I was able to play around freezing, I was able to play around explosives. There was exactly one secret that could save him. That could be... that's a secret from his deck. So that should be a freezing trap. But in order to survive, he would still need to kill all but one of the minions or get a taunt up. He's able to kill 2. Is he able to kill a 3rd? He is able to kill a 3rd minion with his top deck Deadly Shot. So, assuming that's a freezing trap, then I cannot connect to phase again. And with these minions he has enough stuff on the board to clean up all the minions. Well, there's only one thing to do, and that is to try. And it was not a freezing trap. Soul of the Murloc strong enough? Probably not. I think I'll hold on to 1-drops. I find myself an angler. I mean, playing a top tier deck obviously is pretty important in climbing the legend. And just playing when you're not tilted. This is a quest paladin, right? Because of the Christology. I'm a firm believer that this is a quest paladin now. And I want my angler out there. For 3 mana, I don't think he can deal with it. No true silver champion at this turn. No consecration would deal with it anyway.
I hope you like my invention.
Yep, that looks really, really like a quest. Whoa, is it actually Holy Wrath? It could be Holy Wrath. Next turn he could have something with the coin. Probably too early to Slurper and Overlord myself. And let us start with the others. I think I'll give that one poisonous too. Oh. With a hand like this, I think I will play the Slurper too, just to get more stuff. And this one will have to take the trade, so that Consecration can't kill the Underbelly Angler. It would have to be coin True Silver Champion would be the way to kill the Underbelly Angler now. There's a Holy Wrath Paladin. I'm quite confident about that. There's also a possibility he can do some kind of Pyromancer plays in the near future. He could also coin Shrink Ray potentially. Oh, we'll see, but this is absolutely perfect Murloc top deck, I have to say. Could not wish for a better Murloc top deck. Now we have the health so that Pyromancer plays and Consecration are no longer useful. So actually, does he have any outs left? Timeout. Timeout is an out. Timeout is a good out. Do I fill the board? Yeah, I believe I do. But I want to discover a spell now. Is this a Haunting Vision's turn? There's nothing that can help these minions. Soul of the Murloc would actually do. Okay, we do that. Okay, so there can still be Pyromancer plays, but they are now much more difficult because you can't Pyro coin equality anymore. He might also have a second timeout. Interesting times. Yeah, I had a pretty decent hand here, but look, there's another timeout. So he did run double timeouts here. Use one of the Murlocs to trade. Okay. Now he can do... No, he still can't do Pyro Equality clear. 7 mana with the coin is not enough, right? I don't think he has enough still, because of the Death Rattle. And if the board is full of 1/1 Murlocs, then Bloodlust will just end the game. But we'll see. I couldn't figure out a way for him to do this, but maybe there is. But this is not that way. That's a lot of battle-ready Murlocs. And then there's a Bloodlust. And the Murlocs go face. And we take the game. I don't believe in the Flesh Shaper. This could be a token druid, in which case Flesh Shaper would actually be good. But I don't think I can afford to keep it here. Because it's more likely to be a quest druid. Kept that card too. Of course I didn't know that when I mulliganed. But I need to get on this board, and I need to get on this board quickly. Time is limited against the quest druid. We'll see. If I play Grimscale Oracle, it's going to get killed next turn. Pretty much guaranteed. It might still be the best move I have available to me. Soul of the Murloc 3 minions next turn. Or I could just play the Kobold Lackey. Is Grimscale Oracle going to deliver more damage later on? It's delivering 2 damage right here, right now. I think I need to use it here. Next turn is Soul of the Murloc. Trying to set up for a Bloodlust on 5. Hopefully that's going to be enough. Because that one's always going to get killed. I was quite certain of that. Is he going to swipe next turn? That would delay the quest. Because I have the option to play Fish Flinger and not use Soul of the Murloc yet. Then I could do Soul of the Murloc next turn. But if he just delays the quest and swipes, then he's in such a great spot. I think I have to play the Soul of the Murloc here. Try to get these Murlocs to stick a little bit better. Next turn it's the Fish Flinger Hogsteed, maybe? Try to get my stuff to stick. And I want Bloodlust on 5. How can I get as many minions to survive as possible for the Bloodlust? Toxfin's nice and everything, but not yet. It's the Hogsteed. And we push. We still have 3 minions with death rattles on the board. So if he swipes, there will be 3 1/1s left. So that will be 3 plus 9, 12 damage. And then he needs to have the 6 mana spell next turn to survive. Which he could have. I'm never going to have board again. So I need to push in this damage. And now he has to have exactly the 6 mana spell to make the 6/6 taunt and get 12 health. Anything else and I just finish him off with the Bluegill Toxfin Kobold Lackey. It has to be exactly the spell. Yeah, and it wasn't the spell, so then we just finish him off. Poisonous over there. Charge Murloc. 2 damage, 2 damage. Lethal. Not easy to make partner. So this one is probably going to be Quest Shaman, right? Because he kept that card. He also got other cards, which makes me a little bit scared. But there's still, I mean, he plays the Quest on 1. Okay, it's not a quest shaman then.
I hope you like my invention.
Now I don't even know what this is. I'm still going to go with the Underbelly Angler here. But I'll take the trade. I want to protect the Angler. He used the coin to get the Novice Engineer out there. I mean, he could have like Hagatha's Scheme. I've actually lost before to Hagatha's Scheme. Now he could have a Zap. He might be considering zapping the Underbelly Angler, and if he has Zap and he rolled the 25% totem, then that's absolutely the correct play. Disconnected, reconnect. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. It's all good. I'm back. Scargill might be nice. There can also be like a Lightning Storm next turn. That can happen too. Hopefully not. Because I would love to play Soul of the Murloc. Before 5 to play around Hagatha's Scheme. Oh no, there was a Lightning Storm. Okay, 50-50. Does the Angler die? Oh no, I lost the 50-50. That hurts when you lose that 50-50 roll. That 50-50 roll is a painful thing to lose very soon from there. I want to get the Soul of the Murloc out there this turn. How many minions can I get into play in addition to that? Hogsteed and Bluegill Warrior. I don't want to play the Scargill, right? What if he has the Hagatha's Scheme? And I kind of read that he has the Hagatha's Scheme because there's still cards that he kept. The deck tracker was reset when I disconnected, but I know that there are cards left that he kept. So I think it's these. And Soul of the Murloc. Rush minion trades away the totem. Everything else goes face. Let's try this. So now even if there's a Hagatha's Scheme, there's a big board coming. Unfortunately I don't have the Bloodlust in hand. So unbeknownst to him, but beknownst to me, it probably doesn't matter. This game was probably pretty much hinging on that 150-50 roll. If you lost the Lightning Storm roll, I would have a handful of Murlocs here. I would just be cruising towards victory. But when he won the Lightning Storm roll, yeah, there was the Hagatha's Scheme, and I had a strong read that there's going to be a Hagatha's Scheme. Now Bloodlust top deck and I win the game. I couldn't get it. Now he can have another Hagatha's Scheme or something. And he can clear up the board and win. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. I think I need to just get this board full, and I need to hold some cards in hand. Because if I don't have any cards in hand, then I can't repopulate. Sad times. That didn't draw anything, notice. There's a Bloodlust, but it's a little late. If I play the Scargill, well, I can't afford to totem up and play the Lackey. Totem up Lackey. Lackey kills the Sandstorm. 2 minions more on the board than right now. I can play the Flesh Shaper, but it doesn't actually do anything. Flesh Shaper kills the Sandstorm. Yeah, that's the way it has to go. Lucky's just pinging face here. And then there's the Flesh Shaper that kills the Sandstorm. This could be a Highlander deck. Maybe he doesn't have anything more. I mean, I've seen the Sandstorm, Lightning Storm, Hagathas. If this is a Highlander deck, then that's all the AoE he has. And he had all of that right at the start. Oh no! Not a Mossy Horror. It does look like a Highlander. That draw is insane. That's the best draw I have ever seen in my life. I think I lost. Wow. Well, we'll see. I mean, I can still top deck an Underbelly Angler, And then I can use the Underbelly Angler to recreate a board. And he should not be able to kill another board, but like if he has... There can be a bunch of nasty things that he could have. Where do you post your budget deck recipes nowadays? Kolbenstein on my YouTube channel, of course. The same place as they have always been. They've always been on my YouTube channel. Okay. I will make a compilation post on Reddit once I'm done with all the decks, which I should be... Well, after today I should have all the material and then... Oh no. This is a pretty ridiculous game. He's still not halfway through his deck. Hagata, Mossy, Hagata Scheme, Lightning Storm, Sandstorm Elemental. Yeah, I'm not seeing an out anymore. Yeah, I think after the snip snap we can concede. Because 3 snip snaps means that I'm not going to be able to build a board, even if I find the angler. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.